Listen, everyone that's interested in getting into the markets of trading futures, they want to quickly become successful overnight. I'm going to share with you just a simple, strategy that allowed me to become profitable, and maybe you just as well. There have been other members that are part of this community and which have come and gone, and learn the strategy that I, stress and talk about on a daily basis that has allowed them to become consistent in their own trading on a daily basis, trading futures, whether it's the NASDAQ, the ES, gold futures, whatever it is that you would possibly like to trade. It could be an asset, it could be any asset class. It could be the indices, the commodity, currencies, financials, whatever it is that you like to or want to possibly trade. You can use the same strategy. All it is using multi-chart confluence, using the strategy, marking up a higher base chart and then moving down or zooming down, scaling down to a lower base chart, looking for an entry point, okay? Now, before you get started doing so, what I want to say is that is trading a scam or not? No, it is not. I don't know why so many people out there believe that trading is a scam. I think it's the fact is that it just didn't work for them. Maybe they didn't put the time in to fully understand what it takes to be a good trader. And what does that entail? Really, I'm telling you the honest truth is that you need to focus in on number one, trust me when I say this, master market structure. Once you do that, then you will clearly be able to see these charts the way that most professional traders do. Okay, even those that are beginner traders that are profiting and making, not say they're getting rich or they're making lots of money, but they are slowly building up an account. That's what it at the end of the day is all about. Compounding a small account to be able to trade larger and larger in time. Not meaning that you're taking more trades. It's just that you are scaling up and being able to trade more contracts or more lots. Understand? Now, what I want to basically talk about today, I'm going to just briefly just kind of let you know what I look for, on my eyes or on the charts, and just talk briefly about the strategy. But if you are looking to become successfully profitable to where you go from zero to hero in 90 days, you definitely want to stay tuned. Profitability is the end all, okay, in this business. We want to be able to make money. But before you do so, please do not just go load up an account and start trading away, all right? Don't quit your job and jump off cold turkey to get into the markets, all right? I'm talking about taking baby steps to get you to where you need to be at. Now, first and foremost, like I said, number one, master market structure. All that is understanding the flow of the market. Are we bullish or bearish, breaking structure to the upside, making higher highs and higher lows, or bearish to the downside, making lower lows and lower highs when we're breaking structure? You've got to master that. Secondly, is what I want to talk about is you have to be able to devise a strategy, okay? Or use a strategy that consistently work, all right? That's why I'm here to talk about, and I've talked about it so much here on this channel. For those that are part of the channel, you already know, lots of you have been trading the strategy and it works. But what is the number one thing that everyone, especially everyone that follows the channel, what is it that I'm getting ready to say that you must be able to do in order for trades to work out? Being patient, sitting on your hands and waiting for high quality setups. Yes, there is a difference of taking a low probability or low quality setup versus a high quality or high probability setup is what I'm trying to say. You can do all this in 90 days. Build out a strategy once you master market structure, and then create a trading plan surrounding that strategy. A trading plan is something simply that is your guideline or rules that you're going to stick to and be, follow a certain regimen on a daily basis. Maybe you're going to trade 2 days a week, 3 days a week, take 2 days off, whatever it may be. But I'm telling you, anyone out there that maybe have a full-time job, don't go cold turkey and quit your job at this point. Take the time to build up a level of consistency. Take the time to prove to yourself that you can be consistent, all right? And build up an account before you start loading up live onto a personal account. Maybe you're trading a prop firm, okay? That's a great way, to be honest with you, on two folds. To test to see that you can be consistent in trading. If you pass an evaluation and you can take a few payouts, good. Take the funds and load up your live account at that point. By doing so, if you are able to pass a prop firm evaluation or a challenge, and stick with that, and you are able to prove yourself that you can show yourself that you're consistent in doing so, then, hey, I would say you're definitely on the way. You can do all this in 90 days, all right? It took me a whole lot longer because again, I talk about lots of times what I failed at, and that was market structure. Not being able to understand what the market was really trying to do. Now, we're not going to know. We don't have a magic wand or a snow globe or where we can shake up and say, okay, if the market lands here or whatever's showing me in this globe, I'm going to, take action upon that. No, we have to be able to visually see this with our own eyes and based on probability, take these type of setups. Now, what I want to show you today, because I've already talked about what it takes, right? Market structure, all right? Mastering a strategy, having a great trading plan, being able to be patient, to prove to yourself that you can be consistent. All these things, and there's a couple of things too, like trade management, risk management, how much am I looking to leverage or how much should I leverage versus how much should I actually, a risk, okay? That all comes into the fold too, just as well. A great way, someone shared this with me, all right? And they were a family member of mine, and I looked at it, and it's a great tool to actually use. Put together in your own mind or for yourself, and a certain percent of what you're looking to make on profit on a daily basis, and allow yourself to keep track of that and run with that. All right. So if you have say for example, you're looking to have a goal of making 4, 5, 6% on a day, then leverage half of that size. Maybe leverage 3% of that. All right. Okay. Meaning how much you have in your account. Okay. If you're saying that I want to, based on what I have in my account size, I want to make, all right, 5 to 6% on a daily basis and compound that way. And then your risk should be maybe half of that. All right. Or maybe 5% you're looking to have a goal in of and have 3 to 4% risk. Okay. If you do that on a consistent daily basis, it works. All right. Now I've been myself, targeting a little bit higher numbers, all right? But it doesn't matter. You can start somewhere. I don't care if it's 2% or 3% you're looking to make on a day, and then you say, I'm only going to risk, 1% of my account or 2% of my account, whatever it is. Always what I'm trying to basically say is go for a higher number, of course, maybe so if you're going, basically I'm trying to say this right here. 1-to-1, yeah, you can catch that. So, but look to do more so, maybe like a 2-to-1, you know what I'm saying? So to where you are looking to take more profit versus what you're actually, you're risking. We don't want to it doesn't really make any sense to go for a, 4% gain and a 4% what we're leveraging as far as maybe a stop loss. All right. Yeah. Because then it's like you are willing to risk just as much as you're willing to make. In fair game, yes, that's okay. But I like to target a little bit more than what I'm actually risking, if that makes sense. Because then you can compound your account. Because if your stop loss is hit, all right, then you have to go back and you have to make that difference up on the next trade, which means we have to make up more. All right. So instead of going for 1-to-1, you got to go for 1-to-2, if that makes sense. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys out there. But look, what I want to show you is that you have to be able to follow the structure of the market. I talk about this all the time, making higher highs and higher lows. All right. A trade that I took yesterday, and I want to specifically talk about this right quick. I'm going to throw this into as far as covering the strategy, because these are the type of setups that you want to be able to take. All right. I like to mark up my higher base charts. Following the flow of the market. Yes, we are bullish here, but we became bearish when we were starting to break structure lower. You can see the market making lower lows and lower highs, right? And as long as we are doing that, then we only want to be looking for short opportunities, meaning we were breaking structure higher. Now we're taking our structure to the downside. So I'm looking for pullbacks to key areas of supply. If the market is doing that in reverse, then we want to be looking for what opportunities to go long at key areas of demand. This is supply and demand trading at its best. I took a trade yesterday going short because the market was bearish. All right. Now, granted, we do have a double bottom here, and I knew that if the market makes either a double bottom or double top, that's a sign that they probably potentially want to go higher. But in this case here, where we were breaking structure to the downside, and we didn't break this area here, but we broke structure lower, pull back, push lower, we took out this area of structure right here. All right. Even though we have a low right here, this is still a structure break right here. And because we broke this area of structure right here below this area, these lows, then it's pulled back to a key area of demand. Not demand, guys, supply. Sorry about that. Supply is aggressive selling. You can see all the aggressive selling coming out of this area where the market broke structure. Now, we didn't break this major area structure right here, which was this low, but we did take out this structure right here, pull back, key area of supply right there. Let's go down to the lower base chart. So one, for the strategy, what I'm talking about, mark up your higher base chart, supply or demand zone. Because we're breaking structure lower, this is a valid area of supply right here. Now, what makes it quality, what makes it a high probability setup is that there's a gap resting back at the zone. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I talk about a gap, is please watch the videos here on the channel. You will grasp it because I talk about that a lot in the videos. All it is a gap back at the zone, which raises the probability of the market still wanting to at least react, okay, in which you can take a trade off your lower base chart to go short. The market pulls back to this key area supply. We move down to the lower base chart now. Okay, so we go down to my 24 range. I mark my higher base charts zones off of my 120. I trade range based charts. If you trade time, tick, volume, that's fine. Whatever works for you as far as preference, you can do the same thing. When it pulls back, this is the zone right here. Not the specific little zone right here. If I was to do this right here, I'll show you. I'm going to do it quickly and move on. Put it on all charts. Okay. Now, as we move down to the lower base, the larger box is that 120 range supply zone I marked up. The smaller box is a redefined 24 range zone resting on the inside of our higher base 120 range zone. So it's a zone within a zone. The market gets back to the zone. It reacts. I'm looking for, I can get an aggressive and get in here at the first close of the candle, bearish to the downside, maybe here at 21,133 or 132, or you can get in at the break and close, which maybe you're getting here at 20,127, and it goes lower. Okay. We go back and look at our higher base chart to see where we can take it down to. Well, if we get into the trade here, I would be interested in taking the trade back down to where maybe some gaps need to be filled. Back down here to say 108 possibly. As you can see, it reacts in this area. If you got into the trade at 27, maybe back down here we'll fill in the gap right here. There was a small gap right here that needed to be filled on this candle here. Back down to like 20,108. Pick yourself up some points right there, okay? Again, so if we look here at the lower base chart, the market goes up here, all right? You get in at 127. Let's say you took it on down here to 102. So you're still picking up a lot of points right there. That's more than a 20-point run back down to the downside right here. Then it pulls back. Boom, it comes all the way down here to 86 or 87, which if we go back and look at the higher base chart, comes on down, which is right here. All right. So that's a nice opportunity for a nice short right there. And that's all I'm doing. I'm marking up a higher base zone off of a higher base chart to start with based on the structure of the market, and then moving down to my lower base chart, waiting for it to first test the higher base zone. Okay. The 120 zone, but I'm looking to see to the left, is there a supply area or zone inside that zone? Okay. Now, sometimes if there's not, then I'll wait for it to see if the market will break structure, because back to the downside, meaning a structure break lower on the 24 range and then a pull back to a freshly created supply zone on the 24 range. Because I'm still, in that case there, I'm still moving with the overall direction of the higher base chart going short, if that makes sense. That's all I'm doing, okay? If you learn how to do this, but first and foremost, understand market structure and then do all the other things that I talked about, whether you have a strategy or not, I'm showing you one right here. Putting together a great trading plan, putting together a good plan for yourself as far as how much you're willing to risk and gain. Those type things. Put a system in place for yourself and stick with that. Then you will place yourself on a path of profitability and consistency over time. So within 90 days, whether you choose to or not, I'm not telling anyone to quit your job, even at the 90-day mark. If you love your job, you can continue doing that. You can just work around your job and still find great setups within the market to make extra money. If not, somewhere down the road, if you want to say, hey, I'm pacing myself for 5-6 months profitability, if I could do that, then I probably, may start looking at my full-time job and maybe kind of scale back and maybe want to do trading full-time. It's up to you, okay? I'm not here to tell anyone what to do in their own personal life when it comes to their own finances or, their own livelihood and things like that. I'm just telling you that it is possible to do this thing full time if you choose to. Outside of that, that's all I want to share with you guys today. I appreciate the community, everyone that comes together, that leaves comments and let me know, shares positivity here on the channel. I appreciate it, guys. I really do. If you guys could engage a little more, I'd appreciate it too. Just leave me some comments. Any questions that you may have, you can comment down below. I definitely appreciate it. Anything that you'd like for me to possibly maybe cover, in a sense, that I haven't. I'm sure I've covered up just about everything possibly, but maybe not. I'll leave a comment down below. Hey, you can simply drop a comment down below. Say, Mike, I love the video. I love the content. I love what you've been doing for the community. Whatever it is you want to share, drop a comment down below. But do me the biggest favor, first and foremost. If you're not a current subscriber, please take the time to go ahead and sub by clicking on the subscribe button down below. Make sure to click on that bell to turn your post notifications on so you do not miss any of the uploads here on the channel. And last but not least, if you have not already dropped a like on the video, please, what are you waiting for? Click on that thumbs up button right now. I do want to mention this for anyone who's interested in becoming an elite member, okay? I talk about this in video after video after video here on the channel because people are always sending me DMs asking how they can become an elite member. Just scroll down to the description portion of the video. Down in the description, you will see a link right below the Discord link. If you're interested in joining the Discord, is free. Click on that. Join today. If not, right below that just as well is a link that says become an elite member. All right. If you click on that link, 2 tiers will pop up. Choose the second one for $6.99 a month. That's all it is. And you'll get a direct access to the trade breakdown videos where I've got tons of them on there, to where there are trade setups that I've taken, posted over on our Discord community, and break them down in detail into the private video content for the elite members. You get the trading breakdowns, you get the video playlist, and a great video that I covered on market structure. There's lots of video content there that's not made publicly here on the channel. So basically, I created this community, which for those that want to become an elite members, to provide you really in-depth details, the nuts and bolts of how I trade, because I go over the strategy in depth on these setups, okay, to where you understand about the areas to take profit at, where to place your stop loss at, talking about market structure, what led me to take those trades. Tons and tons of video content there for you to watch on these trade setups. So if you're interested, the link is down in the description portion of the video. By doing so and becoming an elite member, you support my efforts as a content creator, and I greatly appreciate everyone that does and leaves all the positivity and love, letting me know that these videos have helped them tremendously, okay? Outside of that, that's all I got for you guys today. I appreciate you tuning in and watching. Take care and have a great trading day.